Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back to another interesting video. In this video, I'm going to start unit 3. Unit 3 is about variation. So here we have the definition of variation. Variation is the relationship between two or more quantities in which a change in one quantity brings about a corresponding change in the other quantity. So if we understand this definition in simple word, so it's mean that the change in one quantities is bring change in the other quantity as well. So in our daily life we come across with quantities that varying, that changing with time to time. So let me give you some example, some mathematical example. Here we have two variable, two relation between two quantities, which is y is equal to 3x minus 5. So if I put x is equal to 1, so I get 3 minus 5, which gave me minus 2. And if I put x is equal to 2, so it gave me 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. So here the values of x is 1, and here the values of y x is 2. As the values of x increasing, the values of y also increasing. So it's mean if I put 3 here, so I get 9 minus 5, which give me 4. Here I put the values of x is 3. So as the values of x increasing, the values of y also increasing. Now if I take a real life, I means if I take example like if I buy one book on 20 rupees, so if I buy two book, it will cost me 40 rupees, and same as three book will cost me 60 rupees. So as the number of book increasing, the price is also increasing. So it's mean that the change in one variable also bring change in the other variable, other number as well. Now we have two kinds of variation. First one is a direct variation, and the another one is inverse variation. So here we will discuss one of them, which is a direct variation. Let's give the definitions and some example of a direct variation. Now we have the first type of variation, which is a direct variation. So the definitions of direct variation is relation between two variable quantities is called direct variation if increase in one quantity result an increase in the other quantities by the same ratio. And same is we can say if the decrease in one quantity give decrease in the other quantities with the same ratio, so we can say it's a direct variation. Let me write if x and y are two variables, so we can write that direct variation is y is directly proportional. It is the sign of direct variation, and we can write this like y is equal to kx, where k is the proportionality constant, where k is the constant of proportionality. So if we find out k, we can write x y divided by x. I mean if we write y into x, so here k is the constant of a direct relation, and it is called a constant of variation as well. So let me give you some example of direct variations. We can write y is equal to 3x. If I write a table, make a table for this relation, so here we have x and y. If I put x is 1, so I get 3. If I put x is 2, I get y is 6. If I put x is 3, I get y is 9. If I put x is 4, I get y is 12. So as the values of y, as the values of x increasing, the values of y also increasing. That's why we call it's a direct variation. So here we can write, if we find out the values of k, so we will put like 2 and 3, 2 and 6. From here we can write 6 into 2, so here the values of k is 3, which is the same ratio. I mean the values of 3, values of y is changing with 3. It's the same ratio. 3 into 3 is 6, 3 into 6 is 9. So the changing ratio, the values that is increasing is constant. Here we can say, because it's a 3 here and 3 here as well. I mean 3 is adding with each values of y, so that's why we call it a direct variation. Direct variation is, as we discussed in the definition, is the change in one quantity is caused the change in the another quantity with the same ratio. In a direct variation, we say that the change is in the same ratio. So as I discussed here, that if we change the values of x, it cause change in y as well, but the ratio is same. That's why we call it a direct variation.